two of them actually weighing in on the casters fiasco. I know Gotcha Smack said he was going to quit the game with me if he did, or if HSR did not take casters as passive out of the game. But Genizad's also weighing in as well. I think Genizad also quit HSR just because the mere idea that they could fuck up that hard. But I'm actually curious to hear two other creators' thoughts on the situation.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Genizad here. So I wanted to talk about the whole castress situation, and I think there's a lot of things about it that people have been talking about, but also some that people haven't really mentioned. And there's also some other things that go even beyond the castress situation that are huge problems as well.
Like what?
So normally I don't really talk about leaks, but everybody's been talking about this. At this point,
same.
It's not even a leak.
It's crazy how this is the leak that's so bad that everybody's talking about it. To pray to God that Hoyoverse fixes this shit before it makes us alive.
Flood. It's public information, so I don't think it's really so wrong to say it. But essentially, Honkai Star Rail has been doing a lot of power creep stuff, and now they're going to be adding characters like Castress and a few others potentially that have global passives that just owning the character.
That is the problem. It's Castress and 3 other upcoming characters have global passives. And I shit you not, guys. It's 1 for max HP and speed, it's 1 for attack percent, and 1 is for skill up, right? So all of your skills get +2 if you have this character on your account. It's like that bad. Like that fucking bad.
Gives power to your account. So Castress's ability would be able to revive.
Wait, there are more? Yes, there's 4 in total. Yeah, guys, and can you guess what collab they're from? Yeah, it's a collab character. Oh, man. Excalibur! It's gonna power creep the whole fucking game.
Your characters in combat. Absolutely insane. That's a ridiculous level of power creep. People didn't even think possible. They're innovating power creep in that game, which is even crazier than stuff like Fire Emblem Heroes hasn't even done something like that as far as I know. So I watched Gotcha Smack's video here as well, which by the way, he looks like a Minecraft villager here, which is hilarious. But he had a really good video and a lot of good insights on this entire topic of how bad it is. And I completely agree with everything that he says. I believe
the 3 people on the screen should be the consistent host of the Gotcha Cast every episode moving forward. I think some of the best opinions and most realistic criticism comes from the 3 people on the screen right now.
Believe
100%.
That anybody who is on the other side who's defending it is an insane person. And people like to use all these arguments like, oh, it's a single player game, it doesn't matter. While they'll also look at tier lists for like 15 hours and argue about why a certain character is top tier or something when it's a single player game, but that's besides the point. It doesn't matter if it's a single player game or not. They're going to start balancing the game around the fact that you have these passives. It also completely removes the strategy in a game when it's a turn-based strategy game. Having all these insane power-ups that just owning the character, giving your whole account power is ridiculous. There's no strategy to that. There's no, oh, let me pick and choose this power, or it only activates under these.
You guys gotta understand, if that skill up one ever goes alive, which is why we're fighting the Castress one, that's gonna increase all characters' DPS on your account by about like 25 to 30%, guys. So if you don't pull that character, you're missing out on 30% universal damage on every single one of your characters, which is just like, what the fuck? It's so bad. Like that is just one where it's like, you have to pull. The same thing with the speed. Like if you don't have that speed and they increase the speed to rebalance around the speed, now your fucking team needs to get like 8 more fucking speed subs just to keep up.
Circumstances. It's just a plain power boost. It's like pulling dupes of a character. It's the same thing. You can essentially think of that passive bonus the same as pulling.
And no, that won't fix the buffing older units issue because that's going to make new units stronger with them. So it'll keep them at the exact same game state. But it's if you have the characters, then your account is fine. If you don't, you're fucked.
Pulling dupes of a character. Do you believe that they should be adding more functions like that? It seems really negative. Anyone who's against it just seems like they're kind of a bootlicker at this point because there's no logical reason that you would want more power creep in the game.
The way that they fix this, it's very simple. They added a new challenge mode. Okay, and these challenge modes give you separate medals, and the more you grind this challenge mode, the more you can use these medals to get towers on your star rail, on your train. Okay, and these trains are going to give every account or every character on your account more HP, more speed, more attack, right? And then also more damage for this element, more damage for that element, more speed for this, more speed for that, more crit rate, more crit damage, special passives. Okay, tons of games have this, but no game has. If you pull this one character, then you get the global passives. Global passives are fine when they are fully achievable via in-game activities. They are not fine when you have to pay a $300 character to get it.
And more ways that they can nickel and dime you where
And to be honest, I would actually like that system if they were to add in the global towers that you want to grind to become as strong as possible. I like that shit.
Or you'll point a character just to get their passive, and you might not even use them, right? Um, Hell, maybe if they were even buffing some of the older characters like
Casterus
Blade and
is the
stuff with
beginning,
those kinds of abilities, people wouldn't be as upset. But just adding that to new characters is kind of absurd. And people have been talking about it
stack,
everywhere. Like
yes.
this was, what's your opinion about premium units having global passives? Obviously referring to Honkai Star Rail. And all the comments are like, unbelievably bad. This person says, do you believe it would spark backlash, or would people defend the devs like they're their firstborn? Well, we've seen both. There's a huge amount of backlash towards Honkai Star Rail, but there's also people defending it for no reason, really, when it's only...
It's because they're fucking shills, dude. I am so glad that there has been no creator that's defended it so far that I've seen. Because if there would have been any creator defending this shit, I would have incurred the wrath of God upon them. I would have farmed them for 10 videos every day. I would have obliterated all of their credibility, because anybody with a take that retarded deserved to be pointed and laughed at. Mr. Jokey said it should be nerfed. I believe he said it should be removed. I believe he started with a nerf, which, if the nerf was not allowed at endgame content, then that's completely fine. But it should be completely removed.
hurting them. I don't know why people would defend something that is...
And thank God Mr. Pokey didn't defend it, because if he did, ooh, Jesus Christ, I would have eaten him alive. I'm not even gonna lie, bro.
Strictly hurting themselves. You don't get anything by defending the company in this aspect. Sure, maybe you can defend the company against other things, depending on what it is, if the community's wrong. This is something that is only hurting you as the player. It is not helping you in any possible way.
True.
You are the victim, and you're actively letting yourself be the victim, if you're okay with it. A lot of people say, what should I do if I'm not okay with it? Well, you either don't spend money or you quit the game. To be honest, I kind of just quit the game. I was already like not really that interested. Seeing them do this with Casterus made me think, I think I'm just kind of done with the game. And let's pretend that Casterus comes out and she doesn't have this passive, and they remove that whole system, because these are leaks after all. Things are subject to change. I don't think that would make me want to play, though. Anyone with eyes knows they're doing this out of greed. There's no other reason. So I don't even feel happy if they get rid of the system, because I know exactly what they think of us. They think of us as complete suckers, that we're idiots, that we're willing to buy anything, and we'll just lick their shoes after and be like, wow, that was great.
It is very horrifying how they could even think this was a good idea. Right? It really is scary. It is fucking horrifying.
It's such a disrespectful, insane thing to do that at a certain point you just have to go like, do I really care about this game anymore? Do I care about this team? Because they don't care about me at all. They hate my ass. They just want my wallet. That's the only thing. And I think I'm just kind of done.
I cannot tell you how excited I am for other games like Ananta to come out, because I do genuinely think that Hoyoverse sees disaster coming, and they're going to become worse and worse and worse, because they know they cannot compete with the future non-Hoyo titles that are coming out, and they're trying to cash out as quickly as they possibly can.
Done. And hey, that's fine. But I'm also talking about this entire topic because these can spark ramifications across other games. Because, let's be honest, all other gacha games look at Hoyoverse and try and emulate their things. They copy the 50-50 garbage poll system. They copy the way the battle pass even looks, or they copy their menus, or hell, Wuthering Waves. The whole game is basically a copy of Genshin when you boil down a lot of the elements. Even though it's different in a lot of ways, it's still
Genshin, but good.
Based purely off Genshin, right? Everyone is looking at the front runner and trying to copy them. If they can get away with adding this in their game, then what the hell are these other games going to do? They know that everyone's just a sucker that they can milk at that point. You can't have this go through, or other games are going to know it's okay as well. That is a really bad thing. The 50-50 system, they already got away with popularizing that, which is insane to me, because it's...
I mean, I'm literally going to wake up fucking early for the 3.2 live stream just to see if they kept the passive in. Because if they do, I mean this genuinely, I am not playing the fucking game. Straight up. And that breaks my heart, because I did really want to play this shit. But that change is so bad for the space. It's unfucking believable. I want you to think about this, and this is why it's so bad, because this is a scenario that's going to happen. Oh, a new character came out. Nah, they look kind of shit. Yeah, no, they're ugly. Not really a fan of them. And they're weak too. They don't really look fun to play. Oh, but if I don't pull them, then I'm going to miss out on the global passive. And then every other character I have is going to suffer. Ah, fuck. All right, I guess I have to pull them. New character that comes out looks fucking awesome. Oh, dude, they look so sick. Oh, wait, I spent all my fucking money on the previous global passive unit. Maybe this one will have one that's broken. Oh, no global passive. What's the point then? It's just such a bad precedent to start. And it would be like, dude, it's only one unit. Dude, it's only one unit. 3 other characters were data mined to see that they also had global passives upcoming. 3 of them, okay? This is not a one-time thing. And by the way, all those characters are coming out soon, like within the next 4 months. Straight up. And by the way, guys, Finon is one of them. The collab character, Saber, is another one. And another character, I don't even know who the fuck they are. So these things need to be fucking removed because those characters are coming out fucking quick. And they're wanted as fuck. Wait, really? Yes, really. Oh, and the cat girl has one too? So bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. They need to take that shit the fuck out of the game and put them on towers if they want global passives, not premium units. This is fucking terrible.
It's way more predatory than some other systems. Sure, there's worse, but it's still not an amazing system.
Are those leaks confirmed? It's actually so bad, it's hard to believe. So here's the thing. No leaks are ever confirmed, but we've already seen Castros perform that way in-game. So the only one that we have seen that is confirmed is Castros. Some people are saying it's a bug. So that's why I'm saying my eyes are on the 3.2 live stream. I don't even want to touch Honkai Star Rail until I know whether this is happening or not.
And this brings me to the next thing, which is absolutely crazy. I said before I don't really talk about leaks, but this is another thing. They're going to add the USO system from Fake Grand Order. For anyone who doesn't know what that is, every time you pull a character in Fake Grand Order and you already have them essentially C6'd, they're maxed out, you would get 1 USO. And once you trade 10 USOs in, you would be able to select a character and essentially pull them. That was the old pity system in Fake Grand Order. Thinking of adding that to Honkai Star Rail. Why? Why would you copy that kind of system from a game that's essentially seen as the devil, Fake Grand Order? That system was essentially an archaic, terrible pity system. Why would you want it in that game? Who would pull more than C6 of a character in Honkai Star Rail, and for what reason? What else are they going to put in the shop? Don't you find that a little bit concerning that they're willing to do something like that and the Castra situation and all the power creep situation all at the same time in Honkai Star Rail? Isn't that a bit alarming that all of these are being done at the same time? It's like you connect all these dots and it goes, okay, they're mega nickel and diming the entire player base. Like Gacha Smack was talking a lot about this, and he completely was logically going negative.
I think that's bad to have, but I don't think it's too awful, to be completely honest. You know, it's like an Omega Whale pity system. I'm not too worried about that, but it does smell disastrous.
Through it. And he didn't even talk about like the USO system and stuff like that. This is like news that is even more recent. I think this is a huge issue. And I'm sure that everyone's been talking about it, even outside of the Honkai Star Rail community, but this needs to be completely condemned by everyone. Everyone should be coming together to condemn this because it's such an absolutely abhorrent system. Just all of these things, the Castra's passives, adding incentives to buy characters or, you know, pull them past C6. These are ridiculous. And just no one should be supporting this. I really hope that the entire community can come together, but I know that's an impossibility. There is only one side that matters in this, and it's the players. It's usually the players versus the company in gacha games, but the players hold all of the power, realistically.
The only way it's like giga insane is that like if you pull past C6 for premium units, then you can buy pre-existing characters off of the USO system that aren't currently on banner anymore. Because that would be greedy as fuck. Where you have to like pull 2 of the new premium units to go back and get one of the old premiums. It's dead silence in the CN community about Castros, is it? No, I've heard they're fucking furious. I have heard CN is fucking furious over this.
The company has to bow to the players 10 out of 10 times. If the players decide we're not going to spend money or play the game dies. The company has to listen to players. Like, look at what happened to League of Legends with the Hextech chess. The whole community went, screw you. And guess what? The Hextech chests, I think, are back. At least I think I heard about that.
Yeah.
They're adding a gotcha
Dante's
system to
talking
that
about it.
game, though, which is pretty wild. The players hold all the power, though, but so many people act like they don't. Now, I will say, obviously, China is probably more important than, like, the West in terms of, like, how important spending is.
It is, but it's so important for them to see us also saying this shit's bullshit, right? Being unified is very, very, very important.
And playing and power. Just look at what happened with that whole Genshin Natland situation. People were like, we're gonna boycott this. It doesn't do anything. Let's be honest. But even the Chinese side is really upset about everything happening in Honkai Star Rail. This means now is basically the best time to strike for the players. If everyone's on the same side, it's only going to help them. There's no purpose in defending the company. If everyone's on the same side, the game will be better, maybe even for years to come. Because right now, let's be honest, the game's been in a rough spot. People not been a fan of the content. People haven't been a fan of the story. People haven't been a fan of the insane power creep.
From 1 to 10, guys, how much are you enjoying Honkai Star Rail right now? From 1 to 10. For me, I'd give it about a 4. 3, 3, 3, 4, 6, 7, 0, 2, 2, 0, 5, uninstalled, 3, 2, 10, fishing. All right. I'm quitting if they put this out. Yeah, it's just, oh God, it feels so sad.
Creep and memory chaos, and now all these other
Because then people are going to say that you all are negative for quitting the game. They say, oh, bro, you're so negative. Shut the fuck up.
decisions. It feels like the game's falling off a cliff all of a sudden. In the past, like, 2 months, all opinions towards Honkai Star Rail have just completely soured and gone downhill. And it's a shame to see because I think the game was awesome. I really enjoyed the game for quite a long time. And it's disappointing to see it go this route because I know it can be so much better. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about this entire situation because, well, it kind of matters to me because it might impact games that I enjoy.
Absolutely.
And also, it's just a shame to see this entire situation. But thanks a bunch for watching this video, and until next time.
Like, people really think that, like, oh, they're doing this for views. No, we're really just not, bro. It's so cooked. It feels so bad, man. I really hope they fix that shit. It's very. I really feel like Honkai Star Rail is not that far gone. I really don't. Just prevent those passes becoming live. Condense the story. Condense the exploration. Other than that, you're pretty much good to go. You know what I'm saying? Stop writing these 12-hour stories. Just give us like 4. That's fine. Right? And just make them important. Yeah, give us a skip button. They could fix all this in one patch. Literally. They could fix all of it in one patch. Until it hits live on Caster's Global Passive, I still have at least a molecule of hope. Just say it's not happening. Right? 3.2 really is the make or break of this game. It really, really, really is. It's gonna be scary until 3.2, guys. It really is. It's gonna be scary.